Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be reading to you from the book, The Law of Success by Paramahansa Yogananda, page 16. The need for self-analysis.
We read this one.
All right.
You haven't gone any farther since the last 3 days. You keep repeating. Just because you don't remember.
Allow me to refresh, and then I'll continue. Another secret of progress is self-analysis. Your ultimate purpose is to find your way back to God, but you also have a task to perform in the...
Your life.
And you, sir?
In the world.
In the world. The creative power of initiative. What is initiative? It is a creative faculty within you, a spark of the infinite creator. It may give you the power to create something no one else has ever
created.
It urges you to do things in new ways. The accomplishments of a person of initiative may be as spectacular as a shooting star. Apparently creating something from nothing, he demonstrates that the seemingly impossible may become possible by one's employment of the great inventive power of the Spirit. Initiative enables you to stand on your own feet, free and independent. It is one of the attributes of success. Remember when I said, you said that becoming a doctor would be success? But there are other factors. There's got to be success before you become a doctor. Right?
But that would be the ultimate. Nah, the ultimate success is retirement. Early. Retiring. I don't even care if it's early or not. But retiring and you're still able, you're still able-bodied to do stuff.
I see what you mean. However, another definition of success is happiness. That's more like a measurement. But it's not just the end, it is the journey.
No, I don't care for the journey. Okay, but it sucks.
See the image of God in all men. Many people excuse their own faults, but judge others harshly. We should reverse this attitude by excusing others' shortcomings
And judging yourself harshly?
and by harshly examining our own shortcomings.
That's no good either. You know why?
So, tell me why not?
Because if you judge yourself too
Stop
harshly,
using the computer, my son.
you won't go anywhere in life.
If you
just be
judge yourself
depressed.
harshly,
Yeah, you'd be depressed.
Well,
oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. That's ridiculous. So right there, wrong.
if you analyze yourself, you'll be able to become better, though.
Or it can become worse.
The purpose of analyzing your behavior or your every year, where am I? How am I doing this year? That's the reason you analyze. Sometimes it is necessary to analyze other people.
So what?
Well, I divide people into what groups?
The 4 groups.
Well, yes, the 4 groups.
The retarded ones? You know he thinks all of us are retarded, Anthony? The smart ones, the weird ones, and I don't know what other groups you have. The rich ones, I guess, and the mean ones. Maybe those are your groups?
Alright, so
I say the
the Celestine prophecy says there are 4 types of people.
Yes.
And what are those for?
The interrogator.
The interrogator.
Intimidator.
Where were you? Who were you with? What time did you get home? What time did you leave? This person is a newscaster. They ask a bunch of questions. The second one is
Intimidator.
the intimidator. How dare you look at me?
I'm learning math.
So what is the question of the intimidator? Or what is their behavior like?
And their motive?
Not motive, but what did I just say?
The intimidator is like the one that tries to scare you off, kind of.
Yes, they say things like how they don't say it.
How dare you? Doesn't
No, I'm
even make
learning
any sense.
math.
It's
Okay.
not their words, it's their body language. How dare you even look at me?
It's not really intimidating though.
Well, the intimidator. The third one is the aloof. They just want to be all by themselves, away from everybody.
So the introvert.
Not necessarily. They could be very talkative. Like they could work at that.
But they want to be them like by themselves.
But they don't want you to call them on the phone. They don't want you to visit them. They want you to not even bother them.
I met a lady like that today in the YMCA. She was talking to this girl. She was talking about how she just had her surgery and how everybody kept visiting her and she didn't want to be visited. So she just told everybody to go away. And so then the other lady, she just got out of surgery, a hip surgery. And she said, oh no, I want people to visit me.
And the last one is, there was aloof, intimidator, interrogator, and the poor me. Oh, poor me. I don't have any money this Friday night. Oh, poor me. Nobody invites me out,
So the
etc.,
ones
etc.
that feel bad about themselves, kind of.
They're, in the modern word, they call it codependent. But you're actually all 4 at some time in your life. You ask questions once in a while, and you keep away from people once in a while, and things like that. So we're all 4. But some people go overboard and they stick with one.
Most of the time. Which one are you, the aloof?
Yes.
Aloofa.
All right. No, but the other definition that I do is rabbits and turtles.
Turtle.
Because if you work for a rabbit, a turtle will not make a rabbit happy.
No.
You know?
Miss Sheila is a rabbit.
Yes.
And mommy's a rabbit, so it's okay.
You will not make a rabbit happy. You know, take me to the airport and you leave 3 minutes before the airplane leaves, you know, or an hour before the airplane leaves. And
I would leave an hour before the airplane.
a turtle will leave 3 hours before.
I would leave either like an hour or an hour and a half. Depending on like how far away the airport is. There you go.
All right. So that's just, the other one I gave son was the turtle and the rabbit.
Those weren't the ones before.
Well, I gave the 4,
Oh, yeah.
and then I gave out the rabbit and the turtle.
Ooh, which one are you? From the introvert, not the introvert, but the aloof? And
The aloof. I'm mostly the aloof. But that also changes in time. I'm not an interrogator because usually I find out just by waiting. Now you walk in with a cup, all I have to do is read it and I know where you went. All right, so I don't have to, like, where did you get the tea from? I'm dumb, man, just read it, okay? Okay. But that I learned later. This is the last paragraph. Let me see before that. Sometimes it is necessary to analyze other people. Listen up, Max. It's necessary to analyze other people. In that case, the important thing to remember is to keep the mind unprejudiced. What? I just came up with a bunch of like boxes for people, and now it says don't put people in boxes. An unbiased mind is like a clear mirror, held steady, not oscillating with hasty judgments. Any person reflected within that mirror will present an undistorted what? Very good. Stop doing that while I am reading.
Right? Don't you think the bottle flipping is annoying?
I was a bottle.
¿De quién son estas dos? Yours.
Learn to see God in all persons of whatever race or creed. All right, from another group, from the Jehovah's Witnesses, what did they say?
Can you repeat that sentence?
The Jehovah's Witnesses said there are people of all different levels of spirituality. Some people are not interested in spirituality, and some people are. You know, all they want to do is do that.
Max, stop.
Stop making noise while I read. I have one paragraph to go. Learn to see God in all persons of whatever race or creed. You will know what divine love is when you begin to feel your oneness with every human being, not before. In mutual service, we forget the little self and glimpse the one measureless self, the spirit that unifies all
Thing.
all men is what this book says. When was it written?
A while back.
1920s.
Oh.
Very good. Let me make sure. How do I find out when a book was written?
You look at the
Copyright.
back page.
Copyright. Very
The
good.
back page of the front page. It's like almost never the front page. Because that's where the title is.
The copyright is 1944.
But that's
However,
different.
However, what I've read about him, he was here in 1920s. So, okay, he wrote it in 1944. All right. Let's see. What did... So what did the author of this book believe in?
God.
One, God.
Success.
The law of success is to see, not to be prejudiced against all people.
He lived in a patriarchal society.
Most likely.
Most definitely.
How do you say definitely? Because?
You just know.
No, you have no reason to say it. You just say, oh,
Boo!
I just know.
Because, one, if it was written in 1940s,
Then,
women didn't even work back then. Not really.
so now you have an opinion plus something that could be used to back it up.
Plus, he said all men. Why couldn't he say all living things? Why couldn't he say all people? All humans?
I have a question for you, son. What is the word politically correct?
That you politically correct.
Dali, ese montón de ropa que tienes aquí.
Ropa sucia.
¿Por qué la pones ahí?
Because my hamper disappeared.
Está en tu garaje. Aquí no es para poner ropa sucia.
So, no, don't look it up. Tell me in your own words.
He just looked up political.
It means administratively right.
And what does that mean?
That means
That doesn't help.
constitutionally correct.
See, the Constitution said we the people, not we the men. And it also didn't say we the white males.
Did it say all men are created equal?
I don't know.
Max, well, what is your opinion on that, on the Constitution, and all men are created equal?
I think
That's not right. Well, I mean, like, wondering,
Is
like,
it in there or is it not in there? Is like the question.
Yeah, I think it does say something like that. But
All
you know
right.
why?
So you're
It was talking about the black people and the white people, how they wanted to free the slaves, but they couldn't free the slaves because the South wouldn't agree on it. But they still wanted the United States to be united. So they had to tweak it a little bit because the original Constitution did say we are all equal, men are black or something like that. Like, it was, you could tell. But they had to change it for the South so they could join the United States.
very
So they
good.
wouldn't split.
Well, my point is that you brought up the Constitution, and the Constitution could be interpreted depending on what sentence you look at,
I was looking at the first sentence. Kind
which
of.
said,
We the people.
right, that would be an example of political correctness looking back in history. What is political correctness, son? You give an answer or you pass?
pass.
All right, in my opinion, political correctness is when a person gives a speech and it doesn't want to offend anyone. In Spanish, there's a joke that the captain said, all women and children to my left, all men to the right. And then some people didn't move.
Wow.
And they yelled out, and what about us? You want us to, the sharks to eat us?
Yeah.
You know,
Cool.
the ship was sinking. If you say all women and children to the left, all men to the right,
That means the
men will
but
die.
then there, it's the ship is sinking, so the captain's giving orders, everybody's paying attention. And so you divide. But there's another problem there. There are people that didn't move. And they say, and what about us? You want the sharks to eat us?
Well, one, they should have had more, boats, little boats.
Yes.
I think that's a law now. Like,
But-
look.
you have
But
to.
this is a joke anyway. No, even just in China there was a boat that sank.
That's in China.
Ma,
Yeah.
look at my grade.
B. Minus.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Before I had a 0.
So even today, for instance, when I was reading the newspaper in Miami, there was one article about, are South Korea and North Korea related?
Yes.
You agree? Are they friends now?
Not really. They're okay.
They're okay.
Yeah.
No, there's political systems. One's communist and one is whatever that we are, capitalist, Democrat,
Republic.
supposedly, right? So,
Did I just say Democrat?
a North Korean ship, one of those underwater ones, U-boats,
Submarine?
submarine, got caught in the fishing nets of a South Korean fishing boat.
That's funny.
And so, yes, it was comical, but it was also dangerous for the people in the boats or in the submarine. But it was, what is it doing in South Korean territory? Yes, or water. That was the question. But then it was also brought shame to them because a fishing boat caught you, not even a warship. You know, it was.
Yeah. That's funny.
So that was. But,
But look,
all right.
And do you guys remember when they were going to throw a missile at us?
who?
North Korea?
They were?
Yeah, and everybody
When?
was making jokes about it like 2 years ago, 3
Why
years
are they
ago.
making jokes about it?
Because they're like, look up North Korea.
I never heard of it.
Missile joke. They're like, oh, they're going to throw a firework at us.
I never heard of it. But, okay.
Just
God.
on images.
God bless you and those that surround you.
Yeah.